Ms. Balcom. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Miss
I'm doing well. Thanks for meeting me today. Thanks for meeting with me today. I'm excited to dig into the goals for your social studies class, and we work together to provide support for your students using technology. What do you think about that?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. Social studies has grown to be one of my favorite subjects, but I really want to find ways to make social studies more interactive for the students, a little bit more engaging and meaningful for them, mainly when we're discussing our historical figures.
Okay. Okay, I love that. I love it. So we'll start by identifying a clear goal together, and we're going to use the peers format. And you are familiar with the peers format? Okay, so we'll start by asking the question, what do you want your students to do that they are not already doing?
Okay, I believe we have like naming the facts, like they know the facts, but I want them to think a little bit deeper. I want them to be able to retell their stories. I would like them to be able to tell the historical figure in their own words, and be able to show those basic knowledge and understandings that we were discussing in class.
Okay, I think that's powerful, and I think that's compelling.
Thank you.
And it's student centered, so I think that would be good. So let's think of a really good peers goal. Let's say students will create a digital biography using Book Creator to demonstrate their understanding of colonial America historical figures, including key contributions, challenges, and legacy, with 100% of your students completing the activity, and then with 88% accuracy on the rubric, or 80% accuracy on the rubric. 80% accuracy. Okay. So how does that sound?
I think it sounds perfect. I like the idea of using Book Creator. I did kind of look at it. You sent me that link, so they never used it before, but I think they would really enjoy it from what I have seen of Book Creator.
Great. It's student friendly, so I think it'll be something easy for them to do, and I think they'll enjoy it with all the different features that it has. So I think it will be great. So during your lessons, the students, they can work in pairs to research the historical figure and create a short digital book using text, images, and voice recordings, and it will also allow them to demonstrate what they've learned in multiple ways. Okay.
I really like the idea of voice recording because we work with text all the time. We use pictures and things, but showing them and giving them that avenue of new technology and voice recording, I think they would really love that, even with my writers that are a little not as confident, I would say. I think they would love speaking and telling their stories that way.
Exactly. I agree. I think so too. So I'll come and observe the lesson, and I'll collect some data on how your students are engaging with the tool and how they are collaborating with each other, and also how they are demonstrating their understanding of the information. Okay. So how does that sound?
It sounds good. What should I have ready? Is there anything I need to have?
Yes, so I'll help you prep the research graphic organizer, and we may be able to use Magic School, some of the tools in Magic School, because they have a research assistant tool.
Yes.
So we can use that. We'll need a template, and we can create that in the Book Creator. And you'll lead the content, and I'll take care of the text side.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All righty. Well, let's do this.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. So, we're good. Good afternoon, Ms. Balcom. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to hear it. So thanks for inviting me to your classroom to do my observation.
Anytime.
Yes.
Come on back.
The lesson had great energy. The students were engaged. But before I share all of my notes, I want to know how you thought the lesson went.
I'm gonna be honest. I was very surprised how focused they were. I thought the students were going to be like confused. Normally they have like 100 questions, like, can you go back? Can you go back? But they were very engaged with Book Creator. They picked that up very quickly, and going back through some of their books, I am very proud of what they were able to create. So
That's good.
I'm
That's
excited.
good. I noticed that too. I noticed that the students were really engaged, and during my observation, I recorded that 100% of your students that were engaged in the Book Creator, 88% they used both text and audio, and I thought that was really good to
Love
use a
that
combination of those. And then students made clear historical references. And one example of that is one of the students mentioned in his book that Henry Hudson was thrown overboard because he wanted to continue the Northwest Passage. He wanted to continue looking for the Northwest Passage. And so I thought that was really cute to include that little, it's not really cute, but it was, noteworthy that he remembered that and he included it. And that just tells me that your students were not only engaged, but they internalized the content, and that's what we want. We want them to be able to make a connection with that.
Yes, I saw that as well. But what I noticed was some of my other students that are more quieter, that kind of just lay in the back, they were very like vocal. They were using the audio feature where they can just speak their ideas into Book Creator. So overall, I think the voice recording feature was what I like the best.
That's good. That's a huge win. So what do you think helped them the most?
What helped them the most? The structure of between me and between you. I think the structure of how we designed it was really good. The graphic organizer that gave them direction really helped them. Also using the technology. I know we're using Book Creator, but we integrated more technology by using Magic School and the research assistant, AI research assistant tool. And then they even used the writing feedback tool within Magic School. So just integrating and using the Book Creator, I think that really helped the most with the students in their writing. Just to have their freedom, but they also, just those little extra little things that you wanted to put in your story. The research assistant helped them kind of give them their own unique story.
I love that. That's great insight, and I agree with you on that. So now let's talk about learning. So as far as student learning, the students, they demonstrated an understanding of historical figures in a personal and multimodal way. And then for you as the teacher, you effectively facilitated tech integration while maintaining a focus on social studies. So I think that was really awesome. So let's think about this. So if you were to reteach this lesson, or you would do this lesson again, what would you do differently?
One thing I would do differently is for more time, like kind of just structure it a little bit different. I think that there should be a more of a peer review when it comes to their books, so they can feed off of each other. They're just not only getting it from the teacher, but they use each other as well. And I also like that, I take it back, we need more time. We need time. We need some, when you go through the book, some of them are rushed, but we just need to give them a little bit more time instead of letting them rush through it.
I like the next steps about the feedback. I think that's good. And having the students actually reflect and having a peer review, I think that would be very helpful. And when you say time, how much time do you think you would actually need?
I would say you really just kind of give it like a more of a 2 weeks kind of time frame. So, introduce it and then give them, a little bit more time to really use all of the different features of Book Creator and Magic School to make sure they have a good writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are great next steps. Okay. So I can set that up. So you've done an amazing job taking on a new tool creating meaningful learning with your students. I really do appreciate you being receptive to the idea and not being afraid. And I would love to continue supporting you as you build even more with the Book Creator.
Yes, ma'am. I would love that. I really enjoy you coming in the classroom. And then they'll be so proud when they see their books being published within Book Creator. So I'm just really excited. Maybe we can send like a little something home so they can view their books at home, and they're really authors.
Yeah. And I would like for the books to be shared with the schools so other students can see what the students have created, and maybe that will motivate them to want to write and use Book Creator to publish their writings. And there's another neat thing with Book Creator too. It will show you, once you publish the book, there's a map, and it will show you all the different people around the world that have read your book. So I think that would be really cool for students to see that other people, not just people in their school or in their family, that they're reading their books.
Like someone else decided to read your book.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
awesome. I think so too. All right, well, thank you, Ms. Bongo.
Anytime.
And I'm looking forward to working with you some more.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good day.
You too.